Oh, Boots. Bree's gonna be upset. She was just saying in Discord how much she wanted to be first, and that you've been slacking off. Look at you go. So today, I'm gonna take you on a little tour because this weekend I was like, how were the rocks shaped around that ship, the sunken ship the Tortollan were in? So I went back there. I missed a whole section. So I thought I would show you what I missed. Her AC is now working, Biz. So it's universal now. All right, look at this. So this is where we first went, looked at the Tortollan space. This is what happened when I went back because I was like, I can't tell. Like I can see a little bit going on here, but not enough to tell like what's going on above this. So I was like, oh yeah, there was that really cool like bridge, and then this goes over it. There's a little sandbar here. And I was like, what is this down here? So I went down there. Here's the rocks where they jut out beyond the thingy, right? Turn around, and there's this whole mast out here that I missed. And then at the base of the mast, there's like all these shells. There's like a whole little like table area down there. I was like, what the hell? So I can fulfill more of the shop details, I think is going to be the case here. Um, I can set up a little area down there for that. I have a less room, admittedly, in the circle room, but I think we can make something work here. So if we go back. This is what I have done since figuring that out. He's got you there, Bree. You didn't type first. All right. So here we are, up in the clouds, in the circle room. And here's our land bridge, right? Here's our bateau. And I've started to add sand and our little sandbar down here. And then over here is going to be where I put that little like shop style area. I told you, man, she was talking to me in the Discords, but she did not type first. You are correct about that. So yeah, I also was looking at our lovely little mushroom friend. This might hurt if I take this away immediately. I guess I should elevate her down a bit. I don't think 2 floors is enough to kill me, but look at how cool the underside of this frickin' mushroom looks. Yeah. So I'm gonna use that, I think, like as a coral element. You can push it even farther down too, so if I want less of the stem showing, that also works. That is at 200%. That's as big as it'll get, but yeah. I quite like it. And then I'm using the Razorwind fountains for the sand. And then I think I'm going to scatter some of these rocks throughout where I can to give a little less grayness to all of it. I also did a bunch of work in here. It took me entirely too long to figure out that I had to like tilt these to get like the look of like a curve in here. It still obviously has a corner, but yeah, it's getting somewhere. But that was what prompted me to be like, I gotta cover this bad boy in rocks because in order to get it smoother inside, the outside is gonna look whack. So yeah. Um, do I watch anime? Sometimes, but I am not an aficionado. Why? Demon Slayer. No, I did not see Demon Slayer. Is this about proof of technicalities, or is this something in the build reminded you of Demon Slayer? I also had to lift these up because the fountains were covering it pretty bad. Stinky is eating spicy food, so it's getting to him here. Ah, thank you, sir. I see where you're going with that now. Okay. Oh, Boots, I missed you. Glad you haven't been around so you don't have more points to spend. All right. So, I need to finish the hull. Goodness. Today. And then I want to finish the rock formations today. And the sand. So that should be pretty easy. I have enough to do that. I don't know if I have enough platforms. I may need to go shopping. But I got to figure out how to smooth out this curve a little bit. And then once I figured that out on this side, I haven't even started to like make it work on that side yet. So I got to build all the way over and connect all this stuff and then see what we can do. My God, Boots. I'm gonna fill up with air from drinking out of a straw this much. So many drinks, so many sips. I'm gonna have to put a limit on this thing. Oof. All right. I'm seeing that this is slightly more forward than this guy. But I also need to smooth out that curve a bit. Wrong away. There we go. That's better.
Good.
that should be fine. That should be fine. And then we'll continue to work that. But yeah, this shit is hard. Yeah, thanks, Bree. And I was just like, surely if you just like fill these in, it'll be fine. But no, that's not how this works. Which somebody should have told me at some point. Like, you need to learn how to actually make boats before you try to make one. But yeah, so we're gonna need plenty of coverage of the rocks because, yeah, trying to get these lined up is just, it's not my forte. And I think I actually didn't need to start tilting this yet. Nope. There, I think that's right. Now the other problem, so yesterday I literally had my calculator out trying to figure out these like opposite sides. But I think the main problem here is these are not even. So this is going to be a trip. A trip. What's he getting into now? Must be dessert. All right, so this is the point where I have to start tilting toward the angle that I want. But with enough smoothness, it doesn't look janky. I also am pretty sure, so I was like guesstimating how many of these I would need because I just got rid of all of the like beams. I was like, ugh, I don't want 10 gajillion of these. That was definitely my reasoning, Brie. I'm like, if everything's not aligned perfectly, it's fine. It is actually a shipwreck. So, yeah. So I have 18 platforms left. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we'll see. I also was like, do I need like rounded ones? Like, how do I make this work? Because I could not figure it out. And then I went back and looked at the pictures, and I was like, oh, these are all like tilted. Literally in the pictures. Look at this. Let me go back here. So if you go back here, this was how I figured it out. I was like, oh, these are all like radiating. They're not straight. I mean, they are straight when you get like toward the front. So if you're like looking at this part, that's all straight all the way across. I was like, surely that's all it does. But no. Nope. That's not all it does. So yeah. Who knew? And then also I didn't finish my beams all the way through here, so I gotta do that too. And these I'm also running low on, much lower than the platforms. The way my brain cannot handle the rotation uh in like if I do it this way, it's fine. Like for whatever reason, my brain is like, okay, that this is fine. We're good. I understand the orientation of things. As soon as I do this, oops, I'm like, which way is this going? How do I do this? How? Wait, is that lined up? No, is that? Wait. I just don't know why my brain struggles so bad with the angles in here. Like, there were so many times I had these, like, just going the completely opposite direction. And then I would step back and look at it and go, what the hell did I just do? I think this is why I was not good at geometry in school. Like, my brain just doesn't think in shapes like that. No, that's not the way I want. I want it to line up without losing it down here. Dagnabbit. Every time I think I have a hold of the right gimbal, it moves. Oh yeah, girl. I can't even imagine doing the perspective trick. That does break my brain on occasion. But with buildings where there's like straight lines and shit, mm-mm. It's one thing to do it when it's like nature stuff, right? It's another thing altogether when it's like architecture. Trying to figure out which one of these is causing that little blue to stick out there. I think it was that one. And of course, we still have a tiny little divot there. So we're going to take one of the small ones and throw it in there. Well, not really what I was going for there, but it's fine. Oof. All right. Yes. Uh, I also moved this down a little bit and it really messed up my curve in here. But I can move it back up now that I know it's going to be jank up there anyhow. And that's why we're putting the rocks in there, so. Because I was like looking at the thing and it does stick up above, you know, the hull, but it's like smooth. And I'm like, I'm not going to try and make it smooth on top. I just can't do it. I am not that patient. I mean, God bless these people who make entire ship builds out of beams, like, it would break me. All platforms still sticking out too much on that side. There. There. All right. Now the question becomes, I think. So this was the other problem. The other problem was because I on purpose made this like on a diagonal. I didn't consider that that would also mean these would be at a diagonal. And so they don't perfectly align. So it does make a little bit of a mess. Good deal. See what I did? See that? That is not the way those go. They go this way, girl. I was just about to stop with them going the wrong way entirely. Oh no. Now I have to do math. Apparently I didn't reset that one. Wait, what was it? $29. That's not right. Is it? That looks too... Nope, that is right. I'll be damned. Math. Sometimes it works. Even when you don't want it to be that easy. I am trying to roughly align like where the planks are when I do this, but yeah. We're gonna pull the eye elsewhere. That's what we're gonna do. That is not the right direction. This is the right direction. Also, because everything's on a damn angle, my thingies are at an angle, my gimbal, which makes moving stuff around a real pain in the tuchus. Okay, well, we're just not gonna look at it from that direction. That's what I say to that. So yeah, this is not the fun part, but it is almost done, thankfully. Like most of the night last night was just figuring out how to make that back part of the hull meet the right way. Or Loki. He's having one of his episodes and he's just being a crazy guy. hard to tell if I like them better overlapped or not sometimes. Because they feel a little more like seamless that way, but also like then things have a tendency to not line up quite right. And so then it feels also more broken. Like how far off these are because it's going on the diagonal and we're slowly inching our way this way. I just can't. Yes, thank God. Thank God this is all going to be forced perspective. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Reset that. I always forget that and then regret it. Thank you. I think it is going to look nice once it's all put together. It's just getting there is going to be a whole thing. Ah. Wait, what was this one at? Ugh. Right, backward. This is the other problem because these aren't curved and I want them to go around these curves. It's quite annoying. So I have been playing with stuff to try and make these work the way I want them to. So just by dint of being directly over this rib, this one has to bend a lot farther. And it doesn't fit right. Yeah, I am excited for this build, especially once I figured out how to make that back part of the hull work. But then I saw somebody do an exterior ship build and I was like, ah, shit. That looks really nice, and there's no way mine's gonna look anything like that. But granted, too, they did it right side up. I want to say, like, maybe it's easier when you do one right side up. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. Anytime you do architectural builds, it's a pain. There's just so much to consider. Also, for whatever reason, this rib, like these beams got very, I didn't want to actually move that. Damn it. They got very, like, twisty. I don't know why. But it's, it makes for some very weird misalignment. be like here. So weird. Like all I did was move it up, so it shouldn't have gotten so twisted there. Hmm. But it did. I don't know. Oh no, there's the Trugwa. And then this is the other problem is like you get these lined up and you think, all right, I'm good. And then you end up with a space like this and you're like, God damn it. Trug, building ships is hard. That's what you've missed. I was supposed to reset that. There's our little dot way off in the distance. I'm glad they fixed that on PTR. It's something to look forward to.
Going, bud.
Something like that. A lot of this is vibes and guesswork, which probably it doesn't need to be. I'm just like, not a shipwright. Like, I'm sure there are mathematical ways you could make this work. I just don't happen to know what those ways are. All right. Again, this is going to look super jank from the outside, and that's okay because we're basically going to cover it with rocks. I will. Ugh. I need to figure out how to cover that space. All right, I will think about it. I will figure that out in a hot minute. I think this is one of those times like when things are on an angle like this, when the type of mouse I use is not the best option. Because I have like a roller ball on like the thumb roller version. And I feel like this would benefit from being able to have like the wrist movement of a regular mouse. So close. What am I missing here? I think it's the white one. Yep. Wait, is that right? Right enough. What? The Packers lost Josh Jacobs to a domestic violence charge? Like, for a game or for how long? Or is it like he's going to miss OTAs? I mean, that would be lovely, but you know that's not how the NFL works. See, my brain, when that is flat to the ground, I literally cannot make it make sense in my brain. Wait, good enough. Good enough, people. So what I'm wondering is that whether there's another row that goes straight across, or should I just keep trying to do the diagonals? I think at this point, like from this rib back, I just keep doing the diagonals. That's what I think. That's what we're gonna try. I think that is what needs to happen. Now, almost certainly that's gonna need to be at a sharper angle. That gives me a place to start. Why is this side so much higher? I do love that the daylight circle rooms have the like sun go behind the clouds every once in a while. That's why I just saw it get a little darker in here. All right. This literally makes my eyes water looking at this. Like and this is, I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and the like my TMJ gets really tight, and she's like, "This is because you're spending so much time looking at a screen. Like you gotta like vary your gaze more often." And here I sit, staring intently at a screen, making my eyes water with concentration. Sometimes I am not a very good patient. This is when it starts getting dicey because I'm not entirely sure this should look until I like get it to where it looks like it should be. That might be right. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. That's what it is. I see, I see. I have 3 panels here, 2 up here, and that's where my angles are off. Might just need to bring this one down, actually. Uh-huh, yep. Very close, very, very close. There. Whee! I think I should use a small one for this little corner, actually. Also, I'm realizing I am probably not in my housing spec because I'm not hearing housing music. I'm hearing the neighborhood music, the default music. Haha! Again, don't look too closely. There is no man behind the mirror. Want that Orgrimmar beam. Why no let touch? There we go. Yeah, some of this will be easy to cover. I still have to figure out how to get this hole as jaggedy as I want it. And I still need to add some jaggediness on this side. I only worked on that side yesterday when my brain needed a break. I reset that, right? Yeah, okay. All right, now all of my yeah, this one is definitely wrong. Like that's too square. There we go. Gonna have to come all the way over. Boo. I know matchy. Like that matches one way, but not the other. All right, hang on. What if I match from the lower? Okay, that one's probably a little, come down a little bit. These are like nowhere close to meeting this. Which means all of these need to come in and down. Now we're getting somewhere. Mm. Oi, all right. Right, I did that to match that. Goodness, he had all the things. Ew, strangulation and suffocation, really? In this case, I'm going to assume FTP is fuck the pack and not fuck the police, but also them. Yes, the first one. Okay. I figured that was what you meant. But when police are involved, then it gets a little murkier. Oh, did I do it? Does it still look a little janky? Yes. Does it matter? No. I'm gonna say no. Kinda looks like a boat. All right, I think I actually need a full-size one up there to cover that. That's still a little wonky, but I'll just throw some shit up there. Or pull your eye down here. I don't know. Something. I'll do something. All right. This is where she lost the plot. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. I don't know if this is what I want here or not. Whoop. Question is, do I want to try and cover it this way or there? I think this way. It's got to come way down toward the beam here. This side, much smoother and at the right angle. This side, not so much. How did I do it? How did I do it over there? And it's not doing it over here. I don't know. I don't know. Only one side of my brain works at a time. I'm gonna blame it on that. There. Yes, I wish I could copy and paste. That would that would be helpful. Or even, you know, mirror. Just let me mirror stuff. Also, please, for the love of God, let us just pull the stuff out of storage in the right orientation. Good enough. Good enough. Every once in a while that sun breaks through. Um, okay, no, I did resize them. All right, it is enclosed. This still looks a little wonky here. There we go. Oh, all right. Got a little wonkiness right there. There we go. I'm afraid to look at the top of this bad boy. Digging it. Digging it. I think I'm going to leave this gap here. I wasn't sure yesterday if I would do that or not. Yeah, it's looking a little crazy back here. Rocks to the rescue. The question here is how to make, because that is like a very jaggedy hole in the picture. I actually like that better. Make a little Zorro sign. It's fine. And then we'll get our bookcases out. I need a few of these. Oh no, I only have 2 left. Hang on. I need at least 1 on this side. Because I've got a few over here. You know what? I think I want it down here. Again, don't really care about this side. And I'm actually okay with the wood part sticking out here so that it actually looks like there's a beam that's done, like had some shearing. I think I'm gonna need some more of those. I do have some of the chairs. Oh, right. It's died. Is that the only one I have? Wait. Ugh, yep. Apparently that's the only one I have at the moment. I was thinking I wanted it this way so that so you wouldn't see the banding, but I think it's gonna have to go the other way to hide the freaking seat. There. Shaggity. See, it only sticks out a little bit. You're not even gonna see it. Do I have some beans left? I do. My God, I think we did it! I think we have a ship hull. Alright, what time is it? Alright, it's 7:45, which means I think we can finish the rocks today, too. This is where we keep our fingers crossed that Ard didn't destroy too many of the rocks she used in the Herondar build. Alright, I need to go up. Up, up, up. I feel like I should have enough. We're gonna find out, though. Whoa, nose! I actually think I want to be a little bit farther out this way. How many times do I have to remind myself to let go when you jump, or you're gonna mess up your rock or your platform? Lift, jump. Yes, Trug, what's your idea? I'm going back to my inspo pictures. No, let's not spam Ardu. I don't like this idea. Okay, so there's like a big guy right about there. There's some flat guys that come out along here. those stewards. This actually kind of comes up. Oh, actually, this should work out well. All right, hang on. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. Okay, hang on. There it is. Oh, I only have one left. Okay, so there's like a little sandbar. It's kind of surrounded by rocks, and I think I can leave those rocks there. I don't have that many liquids left, Boots. Oh, here we go. Really running out. Making my nose run. I wonder if I should use some of these along the sedge. I need to obscure the edge of that fountain. All right, let's see. I think this side at least I can do with one of these guys. And then damn it. Let me have the white one. Oh, it's happening. Trying to decide if I think I want more coverage over here so it's not so pointy. I think that must be the wrong shape. All right, let's try this shape. Think about that. See if that works. Ish. There we go. Trying to get rid of that little bitty bit in there, but I think that's as good as it's gonna get. What are these things called again? Spring blossom. Lost. All right. Oh, I've got a 3 for... Okay. Okay. We have our ledge. That's excellent. That goes right up into this. All right, this guy is pretty big. I don't want that happening. Right about there. Make sure there's no... What is that hole back there? Oh, I see. You can't see it from down there. Optical illusion. All right. I want another one of these guys here. No, gnomes do not rule. No. Mm-mm. I reject this reality. Gnomes are here out of necessity to be the butt of all of our jokes. You just now catching up, Boots? One of one of their players was apparently was he just arrested, Trug, or was he actually like uh convicted?
Who's this?
Josh Jacobs.
Where's he at?
The Packers? Speaking of optical illusions, that gimbal does not like my camera angle. Charged and turned himself in. All right.
What was he charged for?
Domestic violence. Well, a bunch of other stuff, but all related to the domestic violence. You've got Stinky intrigued over here, Trug. Alright, ain't nobody gonna be looking at this up here but me. So we're gonna call that good enough. This is what you learn when you do housing. Good enough is sometimes good enough. Alright, now I need to be down below. Whee! So I can see how I want this edge to be. And also back there. That's all obscured by rocks. I think I'll hang on. I gotta go back. Back. Yeah, all obscured by rocks. There's some seaweeds up under here, though. Actually, I kind of don't mind that there. This guy, though, no bueno. Man, this thing is barely freaking held off the ground by rocks. I'm just now realizing, looking at this, it has like one little bit that comes out under it to hold it up. And that is like it. Just like that. Which means this can actually come out. Ugh. This way I need more fountains. I gotta cover all this before I go crazy with the rocks, I think. Eh, I can fit them under there. Those platforms are thick, boys. Well, all right then. Okay, so on this side, there's like some straight cliffs down. So I'm gonna place one of these. Get back in this corner here. Make sure that poked through. Of course it did. Stupid hilltops. So hilly. Alright, then we'll take some of these. Yeah, I think like that. I'm gonna do some Stonehenge shit here. I'm gonna bring this all the way across, and then we've got the little overhang that we have to put in. All right. This one actually is going to tip back a little bit, because this is going to come down this way. All right, so this guy is going to come forward, and we're going to run the wall behind him. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. This has to connect over here. And I think I'm going to let some of these mountains do a lot of the work here. we're creeping up the body count list here, so all right, this is also where, okay, I'm gonna tuck this guy actually right over here, like underneath where that overhang's gonna be, I think. Yep. I'm actually not even mad at that. I'm gonna leave it. Okay. This guy can go. Don't need him right now. Ooh, we're getting very close. Very close now. All right, these guys are gonna have to go up on the deck so I don't get them. Oh, you're gonna be like that? All right. There. Lovely, lovely. And whatever you do, just don't go out here and look look in. And I do think what this means is that I only need one drape. I can just move her over. Yeah. Okay. So there was like the little elevated kind of like patio spot here. Use one of these again. Ah, shit. I didn't know that was gonna fit so nice when I turned it that way, but I'm glad it did. All right, and then up from there are some more rocks. Once again, kind of jutting up this way. So we're starting to make connections. Excellent. All right, I gotta go back to the land bridge. Okay, it's open on that side, so I'm not gonna add any more tall there. I'm gonna add just one kind of along the back of this here. Just to give a little bit of framing for this little patio. There we go. All right. Oh no, I don't think I have enough beams. I don't. I only have 2. All right. So, Razorwind Fountain. Orgrimmar beams. Those are on the list. All right, I gotta go back. There's a couple little ropes. Oh, what I wouldn't do for that coil of rope on the PTR. There's some ropes on these. Oh, look at that. I'm actually not even mad that that sticks out a little bit. I want it slightly smaller so that it looks as if the barrel is part of the plank rather than like larger than the plank. While still letting the rope go around the beam. I'm going to turn it so the jaggedy edge is out. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! All right. I might have to actually go up there because the stupid boulder keeps cutting my frickin' camera angle. I think once you put another one next to that, that's gonna be about perfect. All right, I'm out of beams though, so let's continue with our boulders. Where's that land bridge? All right, land bridge does connect down here though. Right, we're open on that side, and then we come down and connect here. This is gonna look unhinged from outside in the hall. Udamas. Okay. So, in the pictures I took, let's go over here for a second. So there was this little area down here that was like out this way. There's not as much room in here as in the actual space. So I think I'm going to set up this little area under here with our little shopping experience and then have some inventory back here. I think that's what I'm going to do with some seaweeds. Because we're rapidly running out of space here. This is bothering me, but is anybody gonna see it? Yes, maybe. I have covered up the entire floor, and so trying to place things is difficult right now because they want to be on solid surfaces. The great disappearing trick. Whoop. I just realized the fountain is kind of dripping back there. Verisimilitude. Oh no. Okay, good. There, I switched back and forth a couple times. We good now? Okay. All right. Thank you, Trug. All right. Good enough. Nope, not good enough. I think I need to flip it again. Yep. There we go. Okay. Covered the bits of the fountain I didn't want to see. All right, so got that side done. I need to do the other side of the outside. I need to make sure all the outside is covered. I think it is. At least on the one side. Other side definitely need to get on a boulder and go up. Oh, I'm being invaded by a Trugwa. He came into the channel to let me know that I was having issues with the stream. Boulder. I was just looking at the opals and I'm like, I think I can incorporate some opals into this build. Got distracted. All right, up we go. The land bridge is going to be a little bit in our way. So I'll move over. Okay. Yeah, these definitely come all the way down here. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. This is a very bad angle for the gimbal. Oh. Looking to see if stuff's poking through back there. I think we're good. Yeah. Lovely. All right, keep building forward. How did they do that? Uh-oh. Here come the gnomes. It's a pretty big gnome there, sir. Do I like bananas? I mean, I do in real life. I like bananas, Truck. Oh boy. I am worried. Aha! That works. I think I can even bring it out a wee bit. Yeah. All right. And then I need to connect here. All right, you. There we go. Tip it just a wee bit that way. Oh my gosh. I think I have all my boulders in. Wonky exterior be gone. Haha. I would say Torrent are better than gnomes. Just saying it. That's my opinion. Don't need these now because I can just go up here. Yeah, in here. Still need a way to get up there, though, I think. Oh, that is very solid. Didn't realize that. All right, I'm gonna add some little steps. Little ramp. Rampy steps. I had it right the first time. Close. Close. So close. Ha ha! Ha ha! Excellent. Bye, Tuck. Okay. Doing a quick time check. It's 8:30. I'm gonna go grab, I think one more fountain will do. And like 5 more beams. Trying to remember. Hang on. Okay, she did use the razor wind bar table. Sky. Like here-ish. And then this is where one of the other masks was right above, ooh, right above the bar. So, what Loa wants to be pink? Halazi? I feel like Halazi would enjoy being pink. I would enjoy Halazi being pink. So what do we think? Draenithus crystals for eyes? Is he the right one to make? I mean, he does have some purple up there. Please tell me I have some Draenithus crystals. Aha, I do. Yes. Yeah! Rawr, kitty. Alright, do I have anything that gives a pink glow? This is... They reduced the glow on this. So it may not work as well. Like, I want the glow up here. Ugh. Alright, hang on. Where's the ship's lantern? Is that what it's called? The purple one? Yeah, there it is. Nope. The question is, can I hide this bad boy? Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! He is. Oh, I'm out of water. Alright. Who is our third gonna be? Oh, it's gotta be Janelai, because it's orange. Orangey red. Okay. Orange. What do I have? That's yellow. Oh, I'm gonna have this problem again, aren't I? It's not gonna be not enough. I mean, I could do super fiery. That would make sense because it's Janelai. Oh, actually, kind of fucking dig that. Do I have another one? Of course I don't. Because that's BFA resources, I'm pretty sure. Ugh. Alright. Sandalari War Torch, right? That's what it was called? Yeah. Alright, we'll add that to the list. Sandalari Or torch. Oh, that's gonna look cool as shit though when I get it all in there. And then I'm wondering if, like, behind that then goes one of these guys. Maybe I'll use this motherfucker. If you turn that upside down, do the sparklies go the other way? They always go down, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Rude. The petals of the feather poke out in ways I don't particularly like when it's bigger, but when it's bigger, you get more of the sparkles. See if I can stick it up right below his schnoz there. Okay. It might be too subtle once we get the other torch in there. We'll have to see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I like it. Hang on. Oop, didn't mean to turn that on. Am I missing like a really awesome alternative? That's my question. I can't think of one. Oh wait, no, that's too golden. We need orangey red. Oh. How many of those do I have? Still only one. I do have two of the sconces though. Hang on. I want to see what this looks like in his eyeball compared to the Zandalari torch, because maybe, since I already have two of these, this is a better choice. Instead of spending more BFA war resources. I mean, I did make a killing last week when there were 2 world bosses up, but even then. Yeah, no. That is not nearly as good, sadly. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at WowDB real quick for particles. Make sure I'm not missing anything. So, particles in the oranges and reds. Oh, someday we'll get those crimson crystals from Astalor. Alright, I want stuff with a source. Oh, do I have a lava ball? I do have one lava ball. Or Channel I. Yeah, I don't think so. No. They're like, you could put a prey up in there. Could put a prey up in there, but I don't think it's gonna do much. Here's a troll prey. Hey. Yeah, that's not it. I don't think that's it. I don't know. What do you think? Together? Has that has something interesting happening? Hmm. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I'm taking a look. To see what that little table area has going on for a oh right, it's just the picnic table. The like lumberjack, is that what it's called? No. The one that looks like a split log, plain smooth. There. Loggers picnic table. So there's that, but also I was thinking with the Loa masks, we could do an Amani table. I've got a shit ton of those. Got the altar. I was also thinking, you know what would probably go nice down here is that stupid fungal fence thingy. This guy. Like, what if I put that up here? Because it kind of looks like coral. Be like, don't fall off our patio. Oh, or could hang it kind of like seaweed down here. Obviously running into this, so this would not be a good spot for it, but also it's kind of drooping the wrong way, isn't it? So yeah, that's not gonna work. Never mind. can't remember. I think these... Were these from the moths? They're for something in Herondar. Hang on. Among Us. It was an achievement, yes, so you can buy more from Maku. Oh boy, okay. I feel like a couple of those would go a long way down here. I need something. Let's see. They have, oh, they have the bottle shipments. Do I have any of those left? No. Oh boy. I may have to pilfer from the houses. I have 2 of those placed. I know where one is. Where the F is the other one? And I only have the one of these. Oh, of course it's dark pine lumber. I think that's one of them. Well, I do have 2 lumber turn-in things. What are those called? So I could get enough lumber for these. Ugh. Do I have any anchor weed? I think I sold it all. Fork. All right. Bottle shipments. You know what else I wanted to look for? They have these, like, these lights that kind of look like they're in like a puka bead macrame kind of thing. They're kind of shaped like these, but they're blue. Maybe I could use, well, no, that's too techy. Oh, you know what? Well, fuck, again. Very techy. I want something more natural looking. Am I gonna have to kit bash this shit? Oh, right. I'm probably gonna have to go pilfer some Mechagon lights from the farm. That might work. I think the only one I have is in the night room in Bridgerton House. I mean, I could kit bash a couple of these together in different sizes. And then use... They're using, like, it looks like coral, but I think you can use, like, the horns on the Razorwind bed as, like, a post to hang stuff off of, kind of like this. I mean, these kind of work. All right, hang on. Let me try something. Pestle, right. So we need something with a big tusk on it. This is not the tusky one. I mean, it does have the tusk on the top, but it's not the one I'm thinking of. Wait, do I not have one of the beds? Is it Orgrimmar? Is that? Yeah, okay. Ugh. Alright, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, that one's too busted. So I think it's this one is the one I want. Oops, too far. And then we just want to isolate that bit. Yes, ma'am. That was my vitamin alarm. Yeah. Look at, I even don't mind these sticking out because they kind of look like little corals on there. What's that thing called? Filigree? Oi. And then they have kind of little caps on them. This grows in a very weird way. It's very small still. Like it would work for the bottom one, but then the candle's gonna actually kind of don't mind the candle sticking out like that. We need something different for the top. Yes, I'm sure Bree and Frankie are the ones conspiring. Trugwa. Something tells me that is not a truthful statement. Oh, I forgot this had sand on it. Alright. I will put my thinking cap on. I feel like this is too brown. Oh, and that upside down, it's like real dark. It looks it looks like it's wearing like a weird football helmet. That's not what I'm going for. Gosh. I feel like I know this shape. Like it should be right on the tip of my brain. I think this, I mean, I don't think the incense would be an issue because it's just going to look like water, right? But it doesn't quite, like it's not concave the right way. Hmm. I say. I mean, this kind of has the same. Like, maybe if we hide most of it, it won't look so techy. I don't like I don't like the gold with the silver. I know that sounds dumb, but I don't like it. Actually, I kind of don't mind it just floating up there like that. This can be vibes based. Hmm. It's not the same, but the vibe is close. I'll have to think some more about this one, I think. Ugh, once again, I am wishing for stuff that is on the PTR. Because on the PTR, they have like these ropes that are just ropes. We have the charms, right? But they're just straight, which makes them less helpful in this situation. Right? You would have to like do some janky stuff to make this look like it was connecting things, and you would need a lot of them. But on PTR, they have these like curved ones. I don't know. They probably wouldn't work either because they are like smile shaped, not like as circular as I would want them to be. Hmm. If this was dyeable, I would use it. But it's not. Alright. Maybe I can find a way to use all these Almani training dummies. Oh, right. I've got these. I can use these as seaweed. Make it smaller. Tuck it back in there. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go shop for the stuff that we know we need that's on the list. We'll get the other eyeball for Janelai. I don't know if I like that prey statue stuffed up in there or not. I feel like it's not quite right, but maybe if I get the other eyeball in, it will be. We're gonna try some stuff. See what works. I really wish the dawn flower would go upward. Does the dawn lamppost have? It doesn't have that shimmery, right? No, no shimmers. Well, there are a little bit of shimmers, I guess. Just not... Wait. So I was checking on that because I was like, what if the glow posts have them and they go upward? I could put it behind the feathers. And it has a little bit, but they go downward. How dumb. And I'm guessing that this is just like the other one. If you turn it upside down, they still go in the other direction. Wait, maybe this one has physics? Or they just always want to go down? I think they just always want to go down. Ugh. All right. Valiant effort. I could just layer up a bunch of the Herondar lights to get enough of that. Because the other option is the Codex. The life one. Have to remember which way the sparklies come from. Since you can't see them in edit mode, who would want to be able to do that? That is coming out the top, so obviously I turned it the wrong way. It kind of looks like fireworks above his head. Oh, God. All right, Codex, where you at? Let me try turning that upside down. I get some of the void light with that too. That was the one I was like, I think it's too gold, not enough of the oranginess to it. And it's kind of coming out the middle of his face now. So yeah, that's a no. That's a no for that one. Where did he go? Oh, to be able to search. Oh, yeah, what's that thing called? Endless Codex. Endless is this list. There. Gone. Yeah, I still like that. So maybe I will just stick a bunch of them up in there. We will try that tomorrow. All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy your pluses tonight. And I will see you tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Good night.